Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be doing a jungle tier list 2025 edition. So yeah, we did XP mage so far, so you know it only makes sense to do jungle. Jungle is my main role, so I'm the most educated on this role. So I think everything I say is going to be very, very pure because I play this role a lot. I know how pretty much all the junglers work. And yeah, so I'm basing this tier list off of different things. I'm basing this off of rank, competitive play, scrims, and yeah, what's good in the meta currently. So we're going to be starting off with D tier and then going up from to S tier. So in D tier, we have Alice, Natalia, and Jawhead. These heroes should just not be picked in the jungle. I think it should be pretty self-explanatory. These heroes don't provide much to the team. I think, Jawhead is a single target jungler, which is not a really good sign. And then Hellcrit is just terrible. I think if you're going to play Hellcrit, honestly, you should be either picking Roam or Gold Lane. I think he'll be more valuable in either of those roles. But with jungle, he just doesn't work. Like, if you walk up to somebody, you're just gonna die right away. He has no health. So yeah. And Natalia just falls off crazy. Like, everybody knows she's just gonna bush camp. So yeah. Next up we have C tier heroes. Now a lot of these heroes are playable in the jungle, but I wouldn't recommend it. Obviously like Alice, Roger, Karina, these heroes are good at a certain point in the game, but they take Alice takes way too long to get good. Same thing with Roger, and then Karina falls off pretty bad late game. Argus jungle, I low-key just don't understand why people play this. I've seen this quite a few times actually. So yeah. YSS has no damage. He got like buffed, I'm pretty sure, a couple months ago, but it just seems like he has no damage still. And then Ballman is just dog shit, guys. This hero does no damage. He's slow. Amon, Gwen, like these are like a lot of these heroes are like old, like 2023, like N5 series meta. Like they just don't really work. So yeah. Next up we have B tier heroes. Now B tier heroes I would say are situational. They can be either really good or really bad. What I mean by really good or really bad is, for example, Dyroth. His early game is crazy, so if you snowball with Dyroth, you get like a double kill or triple kill, then you invade their enemy, you're set, right? Same thing with Lucas, with like Sun. Like these heroes can snowball very, very fast. They actually have pretty decent clear. Like Martis, Dyroth, Xborg, and Lucas have pretty fast clears, and then Leomord is pretty solid. Xborg jungle. I think Xborg should actually be played in the jungle over XP. So yeah, these heroes are actually pretty good. They're B tier, but I don't think they're that good. They're definitely more counterable than the heroes in the A tier and S tier. So yeah, but these heroes I would say are really good for like solo rank. I think these are the best heroes actually for solo rank. If you're trying to get to like mythic or high rank, but it'll only go a certain way. Like after a while, these heroes will probably not be that impactful. Once you start meeting like good players, they're definitely way easier to counter. Next up, we have A tier heroes. A tier heroes consist of Hayabusa, Julian, Lin, Nolan, and Popol. I know a lot of people are probably wondering why Popol is so high. I actually think Popol is very, very good. Now, looking at it back when I made this tier list, I didn't realize I put Popol in A tier, but I'm gonna put him in B tier because I don't think he's as good as the other ones in A tier. But yeah, I think Hayabusa has been dominating the meta for pretty much like half a year. So like ever since like the summer of 2024, Julian is becoming more meta. He's being picked a lot more. I don't know if that has to do with the new skin he got, but he's been being picked a lot more. And his early game, his damage in general is fucking crazy, bro. Julian can like pretty much like delete any hero in the game. Like he has so much crazy damage with his, like, if you combo his like second skill with like, his ult on top of his first, you're like gonna die most likely. Lin is very, very situational. This hero can either be really, really good or really, really bad. Now, if it's a 10 out of 10 Lin, it's S tier. He's gonna be unstoppable. Nobody's gonna be able to catch him. But like Lin, for the most part, he definitely did fall off in terms of priority, in terms of just damage dealing. He definitely did fall off. And then Nolan, the only issue with Nolan is that his late game is pretty dog shit, but his clearing, his burst ability, his ganking, like his rotations, his speed clear are all fantastic. Most of these in A tier have really, really good clear speed, except for Lin, but Lin excels in like team fighting and like ganking. So yeah. Next up, we have the S tier, the best of the best. We have Suyo, Alpha, Fanny, Fredrin, and Joy. Now, the reason why Fredrin is here is because Fredrin is one of my mains, so I'm going to be biased. But I do believe Fredrin, if played right, is one of the best junglers in the game because Fredrin offers everything to a team. He has burst, he has damage, he has CC, he has slows, he has insane like CD reductions. He has one of the best ults in the game. I mean, if you know how to use Fredrin properly, you can solo carry games. And I know this from experience because I've solo carried really bad teams and from really, really bad like positions with Fredrin. This hero is super good. He's very, very good at countering like heroes like Fanny and Lin because of his insane taunting and CC. So yeah, Fredrin is very, very good. The only flaw you could say with Fredrin is that he's slow and his speed clear is pretty slow. But after you hit level 6, you start speed farming faster. And all this he makes up with his insane team fighting and his great securing of objectives. Like Fredrin is really, really good at securing Lords and Turtle because you can just combo his first skill with Retry. If you master that, you will most likely win games with Fredrin. I have, I think, a 75% win rate on Fredrin. So I'm telling you from experience that this motherfucker is really, really good. So yeah. Fanny, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Fanny is always going to be dominant. She has one of the best early games in the game. The fact that she can invade your jungle and then go back to her jungle in a matter of a few seconds is really, really broken. She can pretty much one-shot any squishy hero. Fanny players are the most cringe players because Fanny takes a lot of skill, but they just go bot and delete you and then they go farming. But yeah, Fanny does fall off late game, which is something I've noticed over the years, but like she is a snowballing hero. So if you're really, really good with her, you shouldn't like choke late game with her. So yeah. Next up, we have Joy. Joy is one of the best heroes in the late game. Her damage is just insane. Her threat, like when there's a Joy on the enemy team, you feel her pressure even when she's not around. Pretty weak early game, very, very easy to like cancel and like kill. So you have to be really careful with Joy. Like your positioning matters a lot. So yeah. Alpha is S tier, and I think the Alpha has been S tier for a very, very long time. Alpha is one of my mains. He's one of my best heroes, and he has pretty much everything that makes a good jungler. He has great damage. He has really, really good speed clear. He has lifesteal. He can lock down any hero. But obviously a huge flaw with Alpha is that his ult is, lock on. Once you go in, you cannot go out. So you have to be very, very mindful of who you're ulting and when you're ulting, because if you mess up with Alpha, you are just dead. You cannot escape, especially if the enemy has like hard CC like Carmilla or Sicilian. You are cooked, my boy. So you have to be very, very smart with Alpha. Honestly, a lot of people don't realize it, but you don't always have to use ult on Alpha. You can literally just slow with your first and then kill with your second, because Alpha does true damage. He deletes fast. You don't always need to use your ult. You can actually use your ult to escape from a lot of bad situations. His ganking is very, very solid. He has really good early game, really great mid game, but his late game does fall off. He's definitely, I would say Alpha is less prioritized nowadays, but he's still S tier. And now I saved the best for last because in my opinion, Suyo is the best jungler in the whole entire game. Where do we start off with Suyo, man? The insane speed clear, the crazy damage, the mobility. Um, I mean, he's amazing at securing turtles and lords. Just this hero is just the full package. If the Suyo player is good, he will take over and win the game. This hero is very, very, very powerful. Just really good at ganks too. And the thing about Suyo is that, you know, I really like how Mobile Legends made this like unique new hero because Suyo is super fun to play, by the way. So this hero is just amazing. I don't think he's been nerfed since release, but like, man, this hero is just really, really good. He has everything that makes a good jungler. Like every attribute that a jungler needs, Suyo meets. He's very, very fast. You know, he's not like Alpha where like if you go in, you can't go out. Like no, you have ways to go in and out, and he's much more mobile than like Fredrin and Alpha. So yeah. One thing about Suyo that is a flaw though, his late game is pretty bad. You know, if you do get caught with like Suyo late game, you're most likely dead. Whereas with like Fanny and Fredrin and Joy, you can escape. So there's negatives and there's also positives with every single hero. I mean, every single hero has either something really, really good or something really, really bad. So yeah, this is my jungle tier list of 2025. Looking back at this tier list, I would definitely change a few things. Popo, I would move down. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, for solo queue players, honestly, I would just suggest learning heroes in the A tier and in the B tier. Um, yeah, I mean, jungle is the most important role in the game, guys. You know, you guys have to understand that when you play jungle, you have to be a really, really good player because, you know, you have to gank, you have to take turtles, you have to take fights, you have to contest a lot of situations you don't want to contest. You have to carry, you have to damage, take, and you have to also maintain good farm rates. So there's a lot of things that you do when you jungle. It is definitely the most impactful role in the game. So yeah, you know, you have to be mindful of what hero you're picking. You know, if you're picking Helker jungle, are you really gonna be that useful that game? You know, you gotta be, you just gotta be aware of the situation. But that's it. That is the tier list. I'll update this. I don't know about every month, but definitely like every couple months. Because meta changes a lot. So yeah, but I don't think the heroes in the S tier will fall off too much. I think they will be prioritized for a very long time. Not Fredrin. Fredrin is not prioritized, but like the others are heavily prioritized. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more videos to come your way. But until next time, peace.